The Kurvani Empire prided itself on breaking minds. For millennia, they had conquered worlds not through military might but through psychological warfare. Their Hall of Terrors had reduced the proudest warriors of 100 species to whimpering husks. When they captured Captain Maya Patel during a border skirmish, they saw an opportunity to add humanity to their collection of broken civilizations. High Inquisitor Zethkar personally oversaw her placement in the fear chamber. His elongated skull pulsed with satisfaction as he activated the neural probes. Begin with standard protocol. Let us see what terrifies these humans. The chamber filled with shifting shadows, each algorithmically designed to trigger primal fears. Walls closed in, then expanded into endless voids. Writhing shapes emerged from darkness, arachnids, serpents, formless horrors calculated to revolt. Maya yawned. Increase intensity, Zethkar commanded, his confidence wavering slightly. The room became a hurricane of phobias. Heights and depths alternated violently. The air filled with the sound of predators, the stench of decay, the sensation of things crawling under skin. Every documented fear from their vast database assaulted her simultaneously. Maya checked her nails, looking bored. Impossible, Zethkar hissed. Activate deep cognitive horrors. Show her the death of loved ones, the heat death of the universe, the meaninglessness of existence. The chamber transformed into scenes of personal tragedy. Maya watched simulations of Earth burning, humanity extinct, everyone she'd ever known dying in agony. The Kurvani's masterwork, existential dread, made manifest. Oh, we call that Tuesday, Maya said conversationally. Or any day ending in a Y, really? Zethkar's subordinates chittered nervously. No species had ever remained conscious past the first hour, let alone casual. But the human female simply sat cross-legged, observing their best efforts with mild interest. Bring the nightmare confluence. Zethkar shrieked. Full power. His assistants hesitated. The nightmare confluence had been used only twice in their history. Both times it had to be shut down when the operators themselves began showing signs of psychological contamination. The chamber erupted into indescribable horror. Reality twisted, showing simultaneous contradictions that shouldn't exist. Past and future collapsed into a present of pure terror. The fear of every sentient being they'd ever broken condensed into a single, mind-shattering experience. Maya tilted her head. Huh, that's actually interesting. She stood up, walking through the nightmares like they were holograms. You want to see something really scary? Before anyone could stop her, Maya placed her hand on the neural interface. The connection was meant to be one way, but human neurology, they discovered too late, didn't follow their rules. Maya smiled and shared a single, ordinary human thought. The screaming started in the control room and spread through the entire facility like a plague. Kurvani operators clawed at their eyes, trying to unsee what couldn't be unseen. Zethkar collapsed, his mighty mind reduced to babbling about the grocery store and small talk with strangers and performance reviews. Maya's shared memory was simple, standing in line at a government office, form filled out incorrectly, sent to another line, then another, forever, while fluorescent lights buzzed overhead and someone's baby cried endlessly. The mundane horror of everyday human existence, the casual anxiety they swam through daily, the background radiation of Earth life that humans simply accepted. But she wasn't done. She fed them rush hour traffic, deadline stress, social media arguments, customer service calls, tax paperwork, awkward family dinners, the Sunday night dread before Monday morning. The thousand small fears humans juggled constantly, so omnipresent they barely noticed them anymore. The Kurvani, who dealt in grand terrors and primal fears, had no defense against the banality of human anxiety. Their minds, evolved for single, sharp fears, shattered against the constant, grinding worry that humans called normal life. When Maya finally disconnected, she found herself alone. The entire facility had been evacuated. Security feeds showed Kurvani running through corridors, some curled in corners muttering about mortgage payments and "Did I leave the stove on?" She walked out unopposed, passing a shrine that had already been erected in the main hall. Her image, surrounded by offerings and warnings in dozens of languages. The plaque read, "The unfearing one, she who walks through nightmares, bringer of the mundane terror." Within days, the legend spread across the Kurvani Empire. The psychological warfare species had found their deity. A god not of death or destruction, but of the quiet horror of existing without end. They worshipped and feared her in equal measure, praying she would never again share the terrible normality of human life. Maya made it back to human space, where she filed a standard mission report and complained about the paperwork. Somewhere in the galaxy, an entire empire shuddered.